From the deepest, darkest recesses of Dangerous Nerds headquarters, Keith Moncrief and Gerry Kissel.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Pop Culture Minefield. That's Keith.
And that's Gerry. Oh, that's Gerry.
Oh my God, do that again? That's black? And then you point with the other hand? You're suddenly white. What's going on with that? Reminds me of that scene from Blazing Saddles. See, run right out. Cleavon Little. It was fucking funny.
I miss him.
Yeah, it's really a shame when we lose. I mean, Richard Pryor, him, were two of the guys from the 70s that really pushed boundaries. Love that shit. Anyway, guys, welcome to another episode, and we're here to talk about some nerdy nerd stuff. But before we talk about anything, I think we need to put a lot of thanks out to Mikey Sutton, because Mikey's really helped spike our popularity and help build our audience. And but we officially, as of today, reached over 1,000 subscribers. And again, thank you, Mikey. I believe we really owe a lot to him on this. So,
yeah, we do.
Speaking of Mikey Sutton, what? We have some news. Jared, tell. What could it be? Come on, Keith.
Well,
give us some good news, because the world's stuck right now.
Well, we've got the latest and greatest, hot and straight from Mikey Sutton. Basically, your breaking news. He is insane. Often compared to Batman, Moon Knight is no man in black. You got that right. He is a menacing figure in silver and ghostly cloaked hero. Basically, Moon Knight is coming. And he was originally supposed to have been a part of the Blade television series from a few years back. If the show had gotten I think he was supposed to appear in the latter season.
It just
and then also, say what?
It just didn't get the audience.
No, it didn't. And then he was also meant to be a part of season 2 of Iron Fist on Netflix, but was replaced by Typhoid Mary. So it's looking like Moon Knight will be added to the Avengers. So he is Marvel's answer to Batman, but with a little bit of something extra. He has multiple personalities. He is tied in to ancient Egypt. So he has a lot of that fighting knowledge. In many ways, for me personally, this incarnation of Moon Knight is more like if you took Batman and combined him with Hawkman.
Right.
And I like that, because Hawkman is still a character that Warner Brothers, with the exception of Legends of Tomorrow, and Smallville, they've never really tackled, and I think they find him a hard character to break. Me personally, I think he's an easy character to break, Hawkman, and Moon Knight is going to prove that. Again, Kevin Feige's going out there and he's proven, hey, this works, so hopefully Warner Brothers is paying attention, or in this case, AT&T. But basically, Moon Knight was originally going to be intended for Midnight Suns, but it turns out that Kevin Feige is going to save this character to add a little more of a streetwise groundedness to the Avengers. Since they're going to have so many characters, they're going to have a lot of cosmic connections within the group. They needed a character that was a little more Earth-based, a little more grounded, which makes sense. Now, there is talk of doing a West Coast Avengers, but that's just talk for now. According to Mikey's inside sources, he'll be recruited for his extraordinary abilities and fighting skills, and that will all be on full display in his Disney Plus series. They will seek his knowledge of the pharaoh Ramatut, which he would later become Kang the Conqueror. So that makes him someone who the Avengers are really, really going to be dependent on, at least initially, for the inside knowledge that he has. But he is a much darker, much more unpredictable character, kind of like, in my opinion, like early Wolverine. And he will be someone that won't really get along with a lot of the others, especially Luke Cage will have a hard time bringing him down. Speaking of Luke Cage, there has been talk of adding him, of course, to the Avengers. But as of right now, it's not known if Mike Coulter will be reprising his role as Luke Cage.
I really liked him. I really liked him as Luke.
Well, it turns out that Netflix still has that contract. Now, the contract for Daredevil will be up soon, which is the reason why they can talk about having Daredevil in the MCU and Charlie Cox back as Daredevil. So they can actually do that. But remember, as they expressed before, having these characters in the MCU does not necessarily mean that they will be picking up from where they left off with Netflix. Yeah. That will be its own thing. So these, conceivably, you could have the same actors, but they'll be slightly different than the way they were in Netflix. So anything left over,
just part of the timeline thing.
Yeah. Anything left dangling from the Netflix stuff, they're not gonna take care of that. So you'll just have to live with the disappointment, which I think a lot of us can.
I'm sure that they would do just fine without borrowing from Netflix. But the fact is, we do like some of those actors. I really liked Charlie Cox.
Mike Coulter.
I liked the young lady that played her own show. I just forgot the name of the show.
Jessica Jones.
Jessica Jones. She looks like Zoe. So. Or Zoe looks like her.
Right? That's what I thought every time I saw her. I felt weird saying that.
Zoe was fixated with her because they looked so much alike, and so that made her like her. So it was kind of cute. It was adorable. She had that show, The Bee in Apartment D or something like that.
Yeah.
Zoe started watching that show, and I was like, I don't know if I want to watch that. And then I watched it. I was like, that's kind of cute. And she's a comic fan in the show.
Yeah.
And she had a character based on her in comics in the show.
And I was a big fan of her, watching her on Breaking Bad.
Oh, yeah, but she has a tragic end in that show.
Well, yeah, true. A tragic ending in that one. But, I mean, she's still a good actress. Good actress.
Oh, I agree. I like her as an actress. But anyway, I want to point out about Moon Knight. In high school, he was my favorite comic. And Jim Woodward, who manages our Facebook page, he and I went to school together. We grew up together. And I wanted to draw and have him write Moon Knight stories.
Yeah.
That was, when I was in high school, that was what I wanted. I wanted to draw Moon Knight. I love Moon Knight.
He had the coolest costume.
Yeah,
I mean, when I was in school, he had the coolest costume. But alas, any thoughts that I had that we'd actually see a Moon Knight series back then. So I'm digging this right now. You, me, Robert Meyer Burnett, who is a big Moon Knight fan. I mean, since I started following him, he's talked about nothing but all the way back to Collider. He just kept talking about Moon Knight. So he's got to be doing backflips right now.
Yep. And of course, that's a shout out, of course, to Robert Burnett, because we both subscribe to his show, watch his show. And what was done to him recently was just dirty.
Yeah.
Fuck politics. This is just interpersonal relationships, just shitty when they do that. And that person, I forget his name. John Campea, I heard he reached out to Robert Burnett, but the others, the one that hosted the show, he was a real piece of crap to do that. But anyway, who are we? Nobodies. We're just a couple of Midwestern nobodies Talking about nerd stuff.
But not without some good news.
Oh, what's that?
Well, turns out, for me, going back to what we had previously talked about, hitting the numbers that we did. I never thought I'd ever be a part of something like this that has been seen and supported by as many people as this show has been. And teaming with you has been a dream come true. So first and foremost, let me just thank you, the audience, and you in particular, Gerry.
You're the
because
show.
You have been phenomenal.
I'm just your hapless sidekick. I'm the funny guy. You're the show.
And it has just been amazing. And I've met so many cool people because of you, and you've helped to open doors and my eyes to a lot of what's out there. And just thank you. Thank you to everyone.
You bet, man. You're my brother, so there you go. I appreciate it because I wouldn't have done the show if it weren't for you. I wouldn't have.
You probably would have found somebody that's even more knowledgeable. You know a lot of people, dude.
You know me, and I don't like people. I'm nice to them. That doesn't mean I like them. Anyway.
Well, listen. This has been fantastic. I know we've run over time. Just remember, everybody, hit the like and subscribe button. Make sure that you keep up with all of our latest posts. We try to, as long as you hit subscribe, you'll get notifications and when any of the new videos come up. And again, follow us on Instagram, follow us on Facebook, or just keep coming back for more good, incredible content with that guy.
Anyway, everybody knows you're the content. Anyway, that's it for us this week. Thank you, Mikey Sutton.
Thank you, Mikey.
I was kind of hoping Dom might drop in, Mikey's agent, but it's late there in the Philippines, I guess, so he's got to go to bed and sleep and stuff. I'll sleep when I'm dead. With that, this is Pop Culture Minefield, and Keith definitely wants you to get off the grass.
Hey guys, thanks for watching Pop Culture Minefield. If you've enjoyed the show, please remember to like and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell icon. Remember, you can find us at Pop Culture Minefield on both Facebook and Instagram. Thank you again.